Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Pup, coming back with week 3 of the PPDL Little Cup Plus Draft League. Right now we are chilling at 2-0. Make sure you guys go check out those videos, even though I just spoiled the results, but we're in a pretty good spot. Today we face off against a Bio, and they have a really scary team. Looks basically just like the team that I used in my last Little Cup League, well, at least a little bit. But I'll go over the teams right now. My team is on the left and Bio's team is on the right. So they have the Timber and Hisuian Voltorb core that really headed my last league. They also have Drillbur, Slandit, Snubbull, Terra Clauncher, which is free Terra with no preview. They have Pikipek, Shuppet, Sandygast, and the Magikarp. I think just top 6 makes a lot of sense in this matchup. Pikipek is a little bit annoying for some of the Pokemon on my team. It's actually pretty solid into hitting Makahita, and it has Bullet Seed, which can hit my Mudbray, but Stamina means I should be able to take it on fine. But it is pretty solid. And then Shuppet's also pretty decent into me being a decent wall for Makahita as well. So I'm a little bit worried about those two Pokemon maybe coming, but I think the top 6 are just a little bit better in this matchup. But overall, I feel pretty confident in the matchup, so let's go over what I'm bringing. First is going to be my designated lead, which is going to be a Choice Scarf Delibird. Triple Axle, Dual Wing Bee are basically all we need, but I think we have Drill Run and Ice Shard on this as well. I'd love to see a Hisuian Voltorb lead, and even if they're Eviolite, we should be able to one-shot them if we hit 3 Triple Axles. We also should be able to one-shot like a Pikipek, Sandygast, or Drillbur. We do a lot of damage even into Timber. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to one-shot it with a Dual Wing Bee, but it's pretty solid into that as well. The worst things to see are the Clauncher or the Salandit. The Snubbull is pretty bad as well because I think it can run T-Wave, which would kind of throw us off. But everything else doesn't really want to take a hit from me, especially Triple Axle, so they don't have the greatest switch-ins. And as soon as Clauncher tears out of its water type, we can easily spam it versus their entire team. So this Pokemon hopefully is going to be able to pick up a couple kills for us. Next up, we've got our signature Tinkatink Oranberry Pickpocket sort of set. Makes sense to have it when we have the 2-item limit in this Little Cup League. But we're fully Spadef, so we should be able to take on hits from both the Hisuian Voltorb and that Clauncher. We have T-Wave, Draining Kiss, Knockoff, Encore, just great into their team. Encore is nice into like a setup Timber, which I do expect to come in this game because Mach Punch, after they get a couple boosts, is pretty tough for me to switch into. So, I can Encore into like Bulk Up or whatever it wants to go for there. T-Wave is solid versus the team. Draining Kiss gives us a lot of health back, and Knockoff can knock off the Eviolites on their team. It's just as simple as that. And then our third Pokemon is going to be a Eviolite Makahita. Like I said, they do have a couple Pokemon that can really stop it in its tracks, but if they just bring the top 6, this Pokemon looks really solid with Fake Out plus Bullet Punch, which hits stuff like Snubbull pretty hard, and a potential like Terra Fairy Clauncher would be hit pretty hard too. But Drain Punch plus Poison Jab is also just really strong into their team. They don't have a good switch-in, especially to Poison Jab. The Salandit is their best switch-in to basically everything on this Pokemon, but it's very, very frail. So like a Shuppet or a Sandygast could be decent for it, although I don't see those Pokemon coming to this game at all. On the fun side of my team, we have a Cell Battery Ekans with Intimidate. We can take one electric move from Hisuian Voltorb and get an attack boost, which could be pretty fun. Destroy that thing with Poison Jab. And we have pretty decent speed control with the T-Wave and the Glare, so we might be able to pick up another KO versus their team. We have Sucker Punch just in case they have like Choice Scarfers that are faster and we need to get some damage. And the Knockoff is always solid to have. But we're mostly physically defensive because we can take on that Timber pretty well. And the Drillbur, we can usually take one hit from that Pokemon since we are intimidating and have a lot of defense investment. We have Eviolite Jangmo here, Terra Electric, which helps us resist hits from the Hisuian Voltorb. Obviously we resist it with Dragon anyways, but it's nice not to be weak to like Snubbull, Click, and Play Rough against me, or Ice Beam from the Clauncher. We also destroy the Clauncher if they choose to like be dual stab with the Terra Water. We have Swords Dance plus Dragon Dance, which is pretty fun here. Swords Dance just makes it so that I can't really just get Intimidate cycled by the Snubbull, which I think could be an issue. Then we have Dragon Claw Stab and then Iron Head, which hits the Snubbull as well. And then last up, we're going to have Choice Scarf Mudbray. This Pokemon put on a clinic in week 1, and it's really solid again here if they don't bring the Pikipek and Shuppet. With Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, Rock Slide, and Facade. We're just clicking Earthquake versus their team, and it basically 6-0s them once we get rid of those Eviolite users. It's just insanely good versus them. That's going to be the team. Hopefully we're going to be able to pick up another dub and go to 3-0. But let's see what happens. Let's get in the battle. Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Pup. We're back for week 3 of the PPDL Little Cup of League, facing off against Bio, and they brought a lot of scary stuff. They have this Salandit, Clauncher, their Terra Cap. They have the combo that I had in my last Little Cup of League with Timber and Hisuian Voltorb. They also have Snubble and the Drillbur. Definitely did expect Snubble in this game because it's actually like quite solid. But what do we want to go for here? I think Delibird is just like a solid lead. Choice Scarfs are always outrunning the Voltorb. That's a solid lead, and Triple Axle should just be able to destroy that Pokemon. We have a Terra Electric Jangmo that can potentially set up versus their Voltorb, something like that. It's not like the best, but it is solid in this game. But good luck, have fun to my opponent. Hopefully we're gonna be able to take a nice W here. We are sitting at 2-0 right now, so I'm pretty happy with how my season has gone so far, and hopefully we're gonna be able to keep going. All right, and what kind of Terra type would they want versus me? I honestly don't have any ideas. They're gonna lead with a Drillbur. I mean, I think I'm fine to just click Triple Axle versus them. They don't really have a switch in. Yeah, they're just a ground type on this Pokemon. I think Triple Axle just basically gets me a kill versus their team. I don't think they have a good switch in at all. Like maybe the Snubble. The Triple Axle is gonna hurt that Pokemon for sure. This is where Delibird really comes in. What did they leave off? I guess they brought their top 6. No Picky Peck, Sandy Gas, Shuppet, or Magikarp. I guess super expected. Oh, they're gonna be Yachi Berry, but we're gonna Triple Axle, so it shouldn't matter as long as we hit. Come on. There we go. We hit 3. Perfect. Drillbur's going down turn 1. Easy KO for my Delibird here. And if they want to go out into the Voltorb to potentially threaten me out, I'm Choice Scarf and I'll outrun them and be able to one-shot them as well. It's gonna be Clauncher. So we're gonna see what kind of Terra this is. Potentially like electric or something like that. Jangmo is solid, but I think I might want to just keep it around. I think Tinkatink is totally fine though. Tinkatink is a solid pivot once at least. Preserve health on my my Makihita, my Mr. Punchy. So you do see the Terra. If it's like ground, well, they would never. Fire could be good here though. I guess fire would be a good click, as they're just gonna be Terra Water. So double stab. Definitely do not blame them for that, but it makes my Terra Electric look pretty solid later. I'm gonna see Water Pulse. How much is this gonna do? That was a ton. We're gonna get the Oran Berry. And what, we could click Knockoff if we wanted to, or Draining Kiss are both solid. T-Wave is also good. I think Knockoff is probably just the better play. Actually, I mean, we're Pickpocket, right? I always forget how Pickpocket works. Steals the held item from attackers that make direct contact. I don't know, maybe we just click Knockoff here. They're gonna withdraw, so we get a free knock on something and get rid of some item on their team. It's gonna be the Voltorb, so probably Eviolite, I would assume, on this Pokemon. Oh, Expert Bell, interesting. All right, I think we're totally fine to just Draining Kiss, keep recovering ourselves up. As they're gonna taunt me, so no like Encore shenanigans, no Stealth Rocks from me, which I don't mind at all. We're just gonna Draining Kiss, get some HP back. They don't want to take it, and we're back at full. 2 more Draining Kisses will definitely take it out. I don't think we could ever kill with 1. T-Bolt comes out, and it's not going to be able to 2KO me, which is great. Yeah, they're going to live on 1 HP, which is pretty annoying, but, you know, not the end of the world. They should bring us down to like 7 and we'll get an extra HP back if they choose to sack it. But they're going to get a lot off with the Volt Switch there. That did a lot of damage. Same as T-Bolt. So maybe a low roll. Or maybe like high roll, Volt Switch, low roll on the other move. Slant it comes out, makes sense. 4 times resist me, so, you know, it does make a lot of sense for that Pokemon to come out. And we probably just see a fire move here. Toxic would be annoying. But Punchy's really good into that whatever it wants to be. I mean, we can like fake out. I don't hit it very hard though. Mudbray is the thing that hits it really hard. They don't have anything that's flying, so we kind of destroy them with a Mudbray. Do I sack Tink here? And it doesn't eat hits from much on their side, does it? Not at this point, I don't think. I think we're gonna go Mudbray here and just start putting on some offensive pressure immediately. We probably just see like a flamethrower, which is gonna do a lot of damage. But as long as they're not Choice Scarf, then I'm totally fine with this. Flamethrower. Oof. Does a lot of damage. As they are Lorb. Okay. Yeah, Life Orb is a good bring. But we just click Earthquake and we basically just get a free KO, I think. They do have the potential for Timber to come out and click Mach Punch versus me. When the Timber comes out, I think I go hard Tink, pickpocket them. But yeah, we're gonna get the KO on the Salazzle or the Salandit. That's nice. Scarf Mudbray, brought that in week 1. It was really good there. Great here as well. Because now they're forced to bring in that Timber. And I mean, we probably die. Iron Fist boosted. I'm assuming that's one of their 2 Eviolite Pokemon. We know it's not the Voltorb. We know it wasn't the Drillbur. And it wasn't the Salandit. So it's 2 of the last 3. 2 of Clauncher, Timber. What's that last Pokemon? And Snubble. I'm assuming it's Timber plus Snubble. We're just gonna go hard Tank here. Because I think if they click Mach Punch here, then they'll then we'll steal it. And that's what we're trying to go for, at least. They're gonna Ice Punch, actually. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, we're gonna steal the Flame Orb. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not the best for me, but they're obviously Guts instead of Iron Fist. I guess I'll try to get a Draining Kiss off. We should be faster. I don't know if Mach Punch knocks me. They don't go for it. We do 50% to that Pokemon. That's a lot of HP back. As they're gonna bulk up in my face. That's a huge mistake, buddy. Because this Timber dies to another hit. I don't think they knock me out. +1, do they? I don't think they knock me out. There's no way. Yep. Awesome. Tink-a-Tink picking up the KO on the Timber. Huge. That's so good for us. And we're gonna get enough HP so that we're gonna live a hit from the Hisuian Voltorb. By the looks of it, which is great. Unfortunate to not get the Eviolite from that Pokemon. Flame Orb is actually like worst case scenario, but you know, it is what it is. We don't mind it too much. If Snubble wants to come in, then we're gonna click T-Wave, I think. I don't want this Pokemon to be a huge threat for me. I think we're gonna T-Wave. If they try to set up, I can Encore them. But now this thing is paralyzed and not so bad. So they're gonna EQ. This should probably take me out. Yes, it does. All right, I don't know if this Pokemon's like super duper offensive or anything, but they could potentially be. And even with EQ, I think we're totally fine to go Ekans here. We're super effective with Poison Jab. They don't have a good switch in at this point in the game, and we get Intimidate off on them. Yeah, we're just gonna Poison Jab. This thing is probably definitely Eviolite, as well as the Clauncher. They should probably stack Voltorb. Yeah, they're gonna stack that Pokemon. Ekans is gonna pick up this KO. So the Clauncher is gonna come out. We're gonna click Glare versus it. Yeah, we click Glare versus that Pokemon for sure. And then we can potentially get a knockoff after that. We'll just Glare here. We should live any one hit, I think. Water Pulse, it's gonna hurt. We're not Eviolite, we're not anything. Yeah, we live on 4. Huge. Okay, but the Confusion, that's lucky. It's what, 20%? Come on, please get the Glare off. All right, perfect. That Glare is huge. That means we're able to outrun it with everything on my team. Do I care about differential? I don't think it actually makes any sense to care about differential, so I'm just gonna go for knockoff here. Hopefully we break through again. If not, it's not the end of the world. Nice, perfect. It's a lot of damage with a knockoff there, as they were Choice Scarf. So no Eviolite. And I mean, this is fine. Am I Terra Blast on my Jangmo-O? I kind of forget. I am not. I mean, I can go out to Delibird and click Dual Wing Beat, which should knock this Pokemon out. And then it's a Snubbull versus the world at that point. I think Delibird just Dual Wing Beat here. Should be able to knock them out from, what, 55? A little bit over that. And maybe we don't. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. Let's go Delibird. Huge. Delibird's actually putting in the work this week. My Choice Scarf set. So I didn't even need to knock that Pokemon off, but you know, it worked out. We could have just clicked Poison Jab into them instead of knockoff. Got extra damage though. Might have been my better option. They bring in the Snubbull. Gonna get that Intimidate off. I'm at -1, but I honestly feel like just attacking this Pokemon in front of me. So I'm gonna click it. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, never mind. They're obviously super Eviolite. They're gonna miss a Play Rough, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. What we need to do is we just need to get a free switch into Jangmo-O, I think. We're doing 25% with Dual Wing Beat. Ooh, a huge crit as well. I'm super sorry. And they full para. Yeah, they're just getting unlucky versus my Delibird. This Pokemon just coming in clutch though. Another Dual Wing Beat should come through. Might not knock it out if we get if we don't get high roll. I don't think we're gonna knock it. Yeah, they're gonna live on 1. We'll see. Are they gonna hit me this time? Yes, they are. And we still live. All right, Delibird, just hit your last Dual Wing Beat. Let's go. Delibird picking up a nice little mini sweep in the end game here. We're picking up a nice 4-0 dub against Bio. So huge win for me. Delibird actually proving why it was a first round pick. Also shout out to the performance by my Tinkatink. That Pokemon put in a ton of work, even though it did not live to see the end of the game. But great game. If you guys do enjoy the Little Cup Draft content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe because we will be having like 5 more weeks of that and the playoffs. I'm in a pretty good spot to make the playoffs, sitting at 3-0. Probably close to the top of the league, if not at the top, because that's just how we are. That's going to be about it for me. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.